Good morning, guys. Welcome to Routh Farms. My name is Luke. It is Thursday, January 1st. Happy New Year's. And hopefully you guys have all had a Merry Christmas, and this coming New Year is going to be a good one for you. This video is going to be like the one we made this time last year. We're going to do a recap of 2025. I enjoyed making last year's video, and I enjoyed watching last year's video this week as I prepared this video. Just kind of going over the highlights of the year. 2025 was pretty good to us. We were able to pick up quite a bit of upgraded equipment, bigger stuff, newer stuff. We were also able to pick up some more land. It was a very productive year. We raised some of the best corn and some of the best soybeans we have ever raised. So here's to the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll see you guys at the end. I've got a few little updates and stuff about life. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you at the end. Today we're going to do something I've never done. We're going to use this John Deere 6615 and pull this Sloop SRW 1400 rock rake, and we're going to work up some new ground and try to get it cleared and ready to plant some grain on it. So essentially, this thing uses the PTO to spin the drum back there, which has teeth on it, which is angled towards my right side, and that takes all these rocks and roots and takes them from the left side all the way to the right side. And we started kind of over here in the middle, and we're just working our way this way. We're taking this windrow of rocks that we've made, and we're just bringing it over, and then we'll come back and do it again, and pushing it until we get over here to a certain point, and then we'll bring a rock bucket on a skid steer and go in and scoop it up. And the rock bucket basically just has slits in it where the dirt can fall through, but your rocks and your roots and stuff won't fall through. It's a pretty neat process. You know times are getting tough when you go out in a man's field and start stealing the tin off his building. Boy, oh boy. But we're not really stealing. He's gonna tear this shed down here in a couple days, and he offered to let me have the tin if I wanted to take it off the roof. And if I get one that's a little tight and it wants to bend the ridge, I'll take and put my hammer like that and pull them out. Woo! My back's cooking, y'all. Me being a young farmer, not having a lot of money, you know, any place I can save a little money and do it safely, I'll do it. And this is one way we save money. Today we're at an auction here in Liberty, North Carolina. We're about 45 minutes to an hour from home. Currently we're sitting in a John Deere 9500, which we're dreaming about. This thing would be a nice addition to the farm, wouldn't it? There's lots of nice additions here on this auction, but figured I'd bring y'all with us, especially if we buy something. I'll do 6.
8,000 buys it, buying the rest.
404. We're leaving with something. It wasn't what I was expecting. Definitely not the price I was expecting. We got a new combine. John Deere 9500. Got a brand new set of tires on the front, or almost brand new. It has a few dents here and there, but overall it looks pretty good. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I didn't look over this thing at all. I know nothing about it other than they say a lot of it was been rebuilt. They do have a dent right here in the side shield, but they do have a new side shield to go with it. But yeah, we got a new combine. We got to drive this thing home about 2 hours or so it's gonna be fun. But yeah, we bought a combine. Well, we're making our way home. We are going through the little town of Ramsewer. It's probably the last time this combine ever comes down this road. Well, y'all, we have made it home. We are within about a mile of our farm. We're at a buddy's farm who's gonna let me store the combine in his shed. As y'all can see, his combine over there got a little crispy. We got some snow last night here in North Carolina. Typically don't see that. truck. Now we just hurry up and wait. Today we're in Louisville, Kentucky at the National Farm Machinery Show. We're here with the Griggses. We have made it to the show. With that being said, it's time for us to get our truck ready and start spreading our chicken litter on our fields, which is our primary source of fertilizer for our crops this year. Old truck seems to be spreading pretty good. We're a big old patch farmer, is about all we are. Farmer patch here, farmer patch there. I mean, heck, a lot of people around here's gardens is bigger than this.
All right, everybody, so we're back over here at the Cranford farm. I finally got back on the truck. I've been loading up. Just a little bit about this farm. I don't know what a lot about to say this farm. I mean, this farm 2 years ago was just weeds and briars and trees and everything else. We've got it looking pretty good out here.
We just took delivery of a new piece of equipment for the farm. That's right, y'all. We bought us a planter. This is a Kinsey 3500. This is a 6-row with the inner plant, so it's a 611 planter. And it being a 3500, it picks up and turns, so it's a narrow transport planter. Let's go to the house. Got about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, maybe 3 miles. That's pretty slick right there. If this is your first time being here, welcome to the channel. If you've been here 100 times, thanks for coming back, y'all. So I started my YouTube channel nearly 2 years ago in May of 2023. And ever since then, I have never really given you guys a formal introduction of myself and my farm. A video where I just kind of go through and tell you about me, tell you some facts about how I got into farming, and that's what today's video is going to be about. So going back to 2021, when I first started farming, I thought I knew how to farm. I thought I knew a lot, but really, in hindsight, I didn't know anything. So since starting farming in 2021, I have continued working a full-time job up until this year. This year, in January of 2025, I have actually went out on my own and started my own business. It is mid-afternoon here. I got my skid steer back from the chicken houses where we've been hauling chicken litter. Coleman's got his Ford tractor over here. We're over here where we sprayed this morning. We're gonna get unloaded and we're gonna push some of these trees like this over that we can push and try to widen it a little bit where we can get in. And if we got some time, we may even go up around the fence lines and try to trim up some tree limbs, maybe gain us a bushel or two around the edges. We took out a bunch of big trees, but this little one here is whooping our butts. I think Coleman's back got it though. It's a lot of work. It's looking better. Well, that's the tree. That's the tree that broke the Ford. Y'all see anything wrong with that picture? Here, we made it back to the shop, and as you see, the T300 followed. It didn't fall off. Coleman's strap job did the job. Did y'all listen at that puppy run? The air conditioning even works. I know y'all can't feel it. Well, that tickles an old boy to death. All right, guys, I think we've already found our issue here. Looking into that, oh, that's the chunk of the case drain filter, and that was plumb full of metal right there. It is Tuesday, April 22nd here, and as y'all can see behind us, we got the John Deere 4250 hooked to our new to us Kinsey 3500. And we got out here last night late. I didn't bring you guys with me as it was late, getting dark, and we're trying to get everything at least somewhat set. We're planting soybeans here. This is a farm of Coleman and I, and I'll tell y'all a little bit more about it once we get in the tractor cab. Nice thick cover crop mat here, as y'all can tell. It's making us some nice little ridges between the rows of that cover crop. Hopefully once we get a little rain, it kind of packs that stuff down. Hopefully it's gonna help prevent a lot of these weeds from coming up in between the rows. So let's talk about my guidance system here a little bit. Last year we were able to kind of demo this system and wound up purchasing it. It's a John Deere monitor. Not 100% sure on which monitor this is. Somebody that runs these might can actually tell me. This is a Auto Track 300 from John Deere, and then we have a 7000 globe on the roof. We also have this Precision Plant 2020. This is our monitor for our planter back here. Guys, figured I'd give y'all a little weekly update here. This is one of our earlier planted soybean fields. We're on the Smith farm, and as y'all can tell behind me, they're coming up looking great. As y'all can see, they're all coming up good. This field here usually gets bombarded with deer, which I'm seeing a few little places where they've ate a little bit, but nothing terrible yet. So hopefully these beans can outgrow the deer. They're putting on their first sets of leaves. Looking pretty good. It's Thursday, May 17th. And it's hay time here in North Carolina. I got Coleman right on my tail. He's trying his best to catch me. Coleman. Well guys, we did it. We caught a semi. Time to head on home now. Look at that fine rig. Woohoo! That's a good looking rig, ain't it, y'all? There's our setup. You'll be seeing more of it here in the coming months. Y'all let me know what you think. Well guys, we got back here in the combine this evening. It's still running a little wet. I'd say we're in the 14%. That shows 13, but 14% or so here. It's kind of one of the things this year I'd love to get it down to about 12 or 13, but we got rain coming, and we'll see what we can get in before the rain gets here. We've had so much rain this year, our quality's only going downhill. Shoo-wee! Look at there. Looks like a brand new setup. Gave it a little bit of a bath and washed all the dust and the hay off of it. I don't believe the previous owner had ever given it a bath, but boy, she stands up good. I was hoping we might have some straw dry this evening, but it's still damp, so maybe if it doesn't rain tonight or tomorrow, maybe come Monday, maybe we can try this setup out. straw we got loaded here in the barn this morning. It's 180 bales stacked up there 6 high. I've been using the Bobcat T300. It actually works a lot better than my John Deere because it can actually stack 6 stacks high on my trailer, where my John Deere can only stack 5. So instead of hauling 150 at a time now, we can haul 180. And as wet as it is in the fields this year, you know, with water standing and whatnot, this thing right here creates a lot less compaction than the tire machine. It's Monday, June 23rd. As y'all can see, I got my fancy planter here behind us, and we're planting some double crop soybeans today. It's going to be an extremely hot week here in North Carolina, so hopefully I'm making the right decision. Well guys, the International 986 here, it's let us down. Coleman was bailing with it. He stopped to idle it down to fix a issue with the accumulator. It revved up real high, then cut off, and now it won't crank. From everything we've looked, and he's talked to some people, sounds like the governor rod or the governor shaft or something inside the injection pump has broke or something along those lines. So. So I shuck back a few ears here for you, and you guys can probably tell by the video. I mean, these are some pretty daggum good looking ears. Do have a little bit of tip back, which is kind of to be expected. Pioneer 1289, Revere 1307, NK 1087 or 1082, maybe 1082, and then this is the Decab 6835. This was the earliest planted hybrid. This one was planted a little bit before these two, but I mean, as y'all can tell, we've got pretty daggum decent ears on all of our corn. The majority of our corn looks pretty good. Here to my left, these are some full season soybeans, some Asgrow. It is a 4.9 maturity Extend Flex soybean. And then here to my right, we have an NK. It is a 5.4 Extend Flex soybean. These are our double crop beans that were behind our wheat. If you guess we're gonna buy a grain cart, here we go. Ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but it ain't terrible either. What we paid for it, I think we'll be all right. Let's see if we can get this old girl about 2 hours home. Well, she let us down. Of course, the Michelin blew out. Would you looky there? Someone left a grain cart on the side of the highway. I think we're going to decide to take it home with us. Y'all, she looks like a totally different tractor now. Holy crap. Doesn't look near as wimpy. She's wide. Heck yeah. Hopefully none of them leak. We are in the beans. Coleman and I made a pass earlier and smelled some smoke. Found a little ember over here underneath the motor. I'm not 100% sure what caused it. I haven't found any bearings or anything out. Coleman just brought the 986 with the grain cart up here. Get to the left here. About 2/3 of the car right now. I got the things just get left. We're dumping, y'all. Got Coleman unloaded and we're getting me unloaded now. We'll be ready to head home. Oh, look at them ears. Holy moly. By far the best corn I have ever ate, you guys. Just had to take a little time with the combine this morning to get that dialed in, but still some pretty decent corn here. Would y'all looky there. Full load. We didn't even make it a full round down and back, and that was on the end row. We got our dump truck. I got her rounded over. We got our Bobcat T300 here. We're hauling a little litter today. Just trying to get some farms that we don't have our litter for next year, get it piled up. I've already been hearing word that fertilizer costs are going to be super expensive. They're super expensive right now, and probably next year as well. So we're trying to get as much litter stockpiled as we can. We have definitely noticed the corn is harder to get off the white cob than the red cob, but that decab has yielded really well for us on this farm. We got 3020 out here hooked to the bush hog. I know some of y'all are probably wondering where the 806 is. Well, she broke down. Coleman was using it. I think it was the day before yesterday. Today is Friday. I think it was Wednesday, I think. He was bush hogging corn stalks with it. Said it started getting warm and he kind of stopped, let it cool off. He cut it off for a little while, come back to it, and it was smoking a lot of white smoke. So we believe either the head is cracked, got a warped head, head gasket's blown, something is wrong with the 806. Too much for that for double crops, especially behind a wheat crop and us pulling the straw off too. It'll be some very profitable farm ground here this year. Before Coleman and I go pick up the new corn header I bought here in just a few minutes. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's a John Deere 693. Did a little bit of an upgrade from what we had. Well guys, here's our new corn header. It's a John Deere 693. The main difference between this and the 643 we had all poly snoots. And my head, the snoots actually had to come off the front where these fold back for easy transportation and to make it narrower for like putting in a shed like this. We also bought a header cart with it, so we got 2 header carts now. So we're big timing it. Thankfully, neighbor here's got a shed I can rent because the my planter's back there, and if y'all can see the accumulator and the Massey Ferguson's back there as well. So big thanks to him for letting me store it. To Coleman and Little Ford. Buddy, I think it's a, what, 815. His name's JD. I'm sure some of you got local guys know the old JD. It's an International 815. He doesn't have a straw chopper, so if y'all can see back there at the back, he's got basically little slivers of tire that are spreading the chaff, spreading the whole soybean plant and everything. That's the reason behind his don't look as nice and even as like behind mine, because he is spreading the entire plant, where mine is actually chopping it up into fine bits and spreading it. Decent beans though, very tickled. Heads blowed off on the header cart, ready for winter storage. We take our end snoots off here, and that thing makes it just a hair wider than the header cart. Not too bad. And being we have hydraulic fore and aft, so our reel can move in hydraulically, we did pin it up because this thing will leak forward, and then that thing will stick out way on out here, and we don't want that. So we got her pinned up. We may give it a little bit of a bath, I don't know yet, and it'll be ready for storage. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed going back and seeing what all we've done throughout the year. And like I said, last year's video, going back and watching it, and, you know, kind of seeing the struggles we went through with the drought and stuff. If you guys are newer to the channel, you can go back and watch that. I'll try to put it up here in the corner. But last year was a pretty tough year. This year's been a lot better for us. Hopefully 2026 is going to continue to be good. Hopefully we'll be better farmers. But anyway, hopefully you guys aren't struggling. I know a lot of farms nowadays are struggling just with lower commodity prices and our higher input prices. You know, I'll be praying for you guys. With me having a full-time job off the farm, aside from the farm, you know, I don't have to have perfect market conditions. I don't have to have perfect weather conditions. You know, we can still usually hopefully make a profit, but now we want to be able to make a lot of profit. We want to be able to expand more, and I want my friends and things in agriculture that rely on this for their livelihood. I want you guys to be able to make a very comfortable living, and you should be able to do that. But anyways, part of the reason I haven't been making any videos the last month or so, first part of December, my wife, she is an organic auditor, meaning she goes and audits organic products, organic facilities, you know, that handle organic products, organic farms. We were blessed with the ability to go to Hawaii. We were able to spend some time there. She had some work to do, but we also got to spend some time on a couple islands, Kauai and Oahu, and that was a good time. If you guys are interested, I can throw up a little bit of a video of that. I may throw a few little clips of that in here. I really hope the camera does this justice. Got this ginormous canyon, and down there in the bottom, I'm assuming somebody's living down there. Looks like they might have some gardens or something. That is just breathtaking, and a very, very, very steep fall to somebody's sudden death. But anyway, we had a good time there. Then we got back home, and by the time we kind of got everything back leveled out, kind of caught up on some stuff from when we were away. Here it is, Christmas and now New Year's, and but anyway, I'm hoping for 2026, I'm hoping to be able to make more videos for you guys, be more regular. If there's anything you guys are interested in seeing that I haven't showed, or something you want to see more of, or any suggestions like that at all, please let me know down in the comments, because you know, I'm kind of at the point in my YouTube, I'm gonna call it career, that I've kind of showed, I'm gonna say kind of the baseline of everything. You know, I feel like I show chicken litter all the time, but I've got some people that say they love watching me spread chicken litter and haul chicken litter and stuff. So if there's something you guys really enjoy seeing, let me know. That way this upcoming year I can kind of focus more on certain things, or I'll just do a broad, like a week to week again. But I'll try to be more regular with the week to week. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for putting up with my rambling, and I'm just watching this year. I'll see you guys in 2026, and thanks for watching. Remember, Jesus loves you.